I will walk you through a basic AWS concept. This masterclass is having 3 components or 3 sub-modules, starting from AWS Solution Architect Associate. Let me share my screen also. I am sharing my screen. Just a minute. So you can see my screen. So this is AWS Cloud Security Master Program, and it comprises 3 programs. Very first one is Solution Architect Associate training. Then comes the second one, which is AWS Security Specialty training. And the last one is the training about advanced networking. And they are mapped with the certification. So you can see this is the certified advanced networking on AWS. And previous one is advanced security specialty. And the very first one is AWS Solution Architect Associate training. So these are the 3 certification path or modules or programs are going to get handled in this AWS Cloud Security Masters program. Okay. And I hope is this clear to everyone? Maybe if you have any question, then you are welcome to post in the chat. We will try to answer them. Is it fine till here?
Hello, Mukesh.
Yes,
Mukesh,
yes,
sir.
yeah.
We are unable to write chat right now. Can you check, please?
You are not able to.
Guys, you can chat with the host only. Like you can direct send the messages to host. In the chat box, you need to select.
Yeah, now.
Yes, now I can see your message here. Yes, now I think you can ping me. Okay, so you can post your questions here, and I will keep on going and walk you through with all the things which belongs to this program. Okay. And
sure.
So very first one, I have briefed about this master program, AWS Cloud Security Master Program, where there are 3 programs are there, 3 live programs are there. Live programs, it means that 1, 2, 3 you can see. So first we will going to cover AWS Solution Architect Associate program, then AWS Security Specialty, and lastly AWS Certified Advanced Networking. Okay, so these are the 3 live programs are there where one instructor will connect with you, and he will walk you through from the components or the modules or the domains which belongs to each these programs. If I choose very first one, this is the AWS Solution Architect one. So here, this is the modules like designing secure architecture, designing resilient architecture, design high performing architecture, and designing cost optimized architecture. So these are the 4 domains or modules in the first program, Solution Architect Associate. Similarly, if we go after completing this, then we will move to the next program, that is the Security AWS security specialty. In that, we will go through the module 1, which is threat detection and incident response. Then security logging and monitoring, infrastructure security, identity and access management, that is popularly known as IAM. And module 5 will be data protection. So these 5 modules belongs to AWS security specialty training and certification. And the last program of this master program is networking, advanced networking training or program, which comprises modules network design, network implementation, network management and operation, network security, compliance and governance. Okay, and these modules, for each and every program, these modules are mapped with actual AWS platform. So when I'm saying actual AWS platform, it means that it is from the training and certification from AWS portal. And same I can show you on the AWS platform also. Suppose with respect to this one, AWS Solution Architect Associate Training, if I go and show you the same, so you can see this one. This is, you can see this is coming from docs.aws.amazon.com, and this is the AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate. And these are the 4 domains, and the same domains is mentioned over here. So I'm trying to convey that these modules or domains are mapped with the actual AWS portal documentation, which is required or which is going to be covered in the AWS certification. It means that after going through the training, so you will have 2 things. One is you will get well versed after practicing, doing hands-on, understanding theory, and practically working on AWS portal. So you will get hands-on, and also you will able to write this certification exam from AWS. So you can prepare both. Okay, is there any question from anyone now? You can ping your questions in the chat. I will keep on coming here and try to answer them. So I hope it is now clear to everyone that what is in. You please, you can use the chat box for any question.
Okay, sir.
And we will be having a dedicated Q&A in the last, okay, where you can open your mic and you can ask. As of now, you can write in the chat. Is it enough to clear the architect solution associate? So Rudransh, I'm not sure with what is your with what reference you are asking this question, with respect to some job opportunity, interview, or what. So if you provide the complete context, then only we can answer that what is enough. Yes, so thank you, Atul, for asking that. I am a cloud trainer. I am AWS certified trainer, and I have huge years of experience in training. And I am multi-cloud trainer. I train on AWS, Google Cloud. I have 3 certification in AWS, 2 in Google Cloud, 1 in Microsoft Azure, and 2 in Oracle. I am AWS Solution Architect Associate certified a year back, and I train on that.
Shivam, I want to ask one question.
Yes, you can use the chat if you are okay with the chat. I will answer your question definitely. And in the last, we will open the you can come on the mic and you can answer, no problem. As of now, you can ping in the chat if it is fine with to you, Sachin. I think, yeah, okay. Okay, so what I am going to do, so as of now, I have just briefed you about the master program. What are the live programs you will go through in that. And now let me go through the one on the console of the AWS. So this is AWS Management Console. Okay, so there are various ways we can interact with AWS. This is one way, like GUI also we can say GUI, graphical user interface. So what we have to do, what we are going to do here, we are going to create one EC2 instance. As you can see, these are the services. These are very popular services for different use case. So suppose I have to create an EC2 instance. So EC2 stand for Elastic Compute Cloud. EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. There are two C's. So Elastic Compute Cloud. It means virtual server on cloud. Virtual server. And that I am going to request from AWS Management Console. Okay, so these are the IT resources which we need to host our application or doing other software related work. So I'm going to create all instances. As of now, you can see no instances is running, no instance is there. Okay, so what we will do, how to create EC2 instance. So just you can see launch instance button is showing over here. So we will click on launch instance and it will ask some configuration that specify me which type of operating system, what size of computer, CPU, RAM, how big or small computer or server you are looking. Okay, so we have to specify. So you can see here quick start. In quick start, we are already getting few of the operating system. So we can select any one. Suppose we can select Ubuntu, or we can select Linux or Windows, anyone. So suppose I'm going with the Ubuntu machine, Linux machine. This I need that operating system in my server, virtual server. And this is the AMI. AMI stand for Amazon Machine Image. So this is Ubuntu Server 26.04 LTS, that is SSD volume type, and it is a free tier eligible. After that, this is the architecture, then instance type. So instance type, you can see this is a T3 micro machine. It means 2 vCPU, V stand for virtual, 2 vCPU, 1 ZIB memory. So 1 GB of memory and 2 CPU I will get in this machine. But if you want a big machine or powerful machine, so you can see, just scroll down and you will see various type of machine. So the one which is coming by default, it is T3 micro, but here you can see T2 small, T2 medium, T2 large. What is the number of CPU and memory? 2 vCPU, 8 GB memory. Then you can see 2x large, 8 vCPU, 32 GB of memory, and so on. You can see C5, 8x large, 32 vCPU, 60. So these are the various instance type. As of now, you can understand that how much CPU and RAM I will get from that machine. So this is a very small machine. and it belongs to family T3. So AWS having so many families as per the customer requirement. Okay. After that, here is the option of key pair login. So key pair is the way to securely connecting to our virtual server. So we will create a new key pair, or we can use a previous key pair, which you can see a lot of key pair are available here. We can use anyone. Okay, let me select this one, which is already there in my local. Otherwise, you can always create this, click this, and provide the name of this key pair, and it will get downloaded in your local computer. You can use for login. Networking. So these are the networking setting. It is asking that VPC. VPC stand for Virtual Private Cloud. That is a logical network. All resources, all will need a network. So by default, AWS is providing us a network that is a default. You can see here it is showing default network, and default network having some CIDR range. Okay. Let me check if you have any questions. Why we chose architecture 64? Yes, that is a good question. And let me take you on that point. So here there is a two architecture we have. One is 64-bit x86, another is ARM. So by default, I have my workload is will be able to do on this x86, and ARM is another way to doing the selecting it. We have two options, and I'm going with the default one. So there is, as such, I do not have a particular reason to choose this, but I am going with the default one. Okay, Taksh, I hope I answered your question. And 64-bit is only available. 32-bit is the old one. It is not available. Both are the 64-bit only. Either it is ARM one or the other one. Okay. So after that, so I was on networking. So default VPC I have selected, and subnet. They are all the networking components. We have, if we want to specify, we can specify. Otherwise, AWS will choose from their own side. Okay. And then security group. Security group is a firewall with respect to this EC2 instance. And one inbound rule has been attached at SSH, secure shell, having port number 22, because we will connect using a SSH client. So we have to provide this security group a rule, that is inbound rule. It means that if we have provided this security group rule, so we can able to connect with this server using SSH client, which I will do later. And it will having a storage of 8 GB of memory, that is the root volume, and this is the capacity 3000 IO input output per second. Okay, so these are the details. Here right side you can see the summary, number of instances. Maybe you can increase or decrease. This is up to you. You can get, suppose you want 100 instances, you can provide 100. So 100 or 10 instances will get created when we will do the launch instance with the same this configuration which we have provided over here. Okay, software image, what AMI we are choosing? We have chosen Ubuntu one, and you can choose as per your requirement which type of operating system you are looking in your virtual server. It may be Windows, Red Hat, SUSE Linux, Debian, and many more you can see from the AWS marketplace. You can browse and you will get a lot of other AMIs. But these are the most used OS, and they are sufficient for our use case. So we will go to the any one of them. Okay. So let me use the. So it is asking me some of your current settings will be changed or removed if you proceed. Okay, so I am selecting the Ubuntu one. Okay, T3 micro firewall is one security group is there and one volume is 8 GB of volume. Okay, and then click on launch instance. So launching is started and it's showing success. And here we can click and we can see. Okay, I think by I have selected 10 instances. That's why it is creating 10 instances, and that is not a good way to do because it will come with a cost. So let me do one thing, and so we will select all and we will terminate or delete. So first it will shut down. These are the various instance state. Okay, so first it will shut down and then it will get terminated, that we don't want this number of machines. I was looking for one machine and only one machine I will, because cloud is pay as you go model. If you ask for 1,000 computers, 1,000 virtual server, you will get 1,000 servers there, but you have to pay for 1,000 servers. Okay. GP3 is the, I think it is with respect to the storage, and I will show you again here. So these are, you can see now no one is running and I have terminated all. And let me do create another one. And that's this time only one, not 10, because cloud is pay as you go model. It comes with a cost. And T3 micro, keep here me, I will select this one. Okay, fine. And then everything is okay. I think this you are asking this GP3. So GP3 is general purpose. GP stand for general purpose and 3 is generation. So before that it was GP2, generation 2, now it is generation 3 and GP2 is also available. So when we will select a person, and this is the SSD volumes. These are the persistent volumes which will get attached with this server. So we have AWS provides general purpose as well as provisioned IO SSD when we need. We have, so these are the various types of persistent volumes with different capacity which we connect with our server. So this you can see IO2, that is a provisioned IOPS SSD IO2. It is having 8,000 IOPS. Okay, similarly general purpose is GP2, GP3 are the type of, they are the types of volumes. They are the SSD volumes. In that SSD volume also we have a various categories. So these are the various categories. Okay. Can we increase SSD size? Yes, we can increase. So if I let me show you that. Yes, we can increase. You can see 8 is the minimum. After that, we can increase. Suppose I need 100. Okay. Suppose I need 100. So we have to provide 100. Okay. So we can increase, but 8 is the minimum. So you can see volume is smaller than snapshot, must be at least 8. So we cannot provide less than 8. So it will not take. So minimum 8, and after 8 we can increase as per our requirement. Okay. So this particularly this course comes with if you having a little bit of exposure with AWS, because this is the intermediate level of courses, intermediate to expert level. So if you are coming from very scratch or zero, so I think you need to work out about few months, because AWS having another certification, cloud practitioner. Okay. If you have already cloud practitioner is there, because cloud practitioner is not going to cover here. It is the things which we are discussing. It is after cloud practitioner. Okay. The actual use of key pair is securely connecting with our server. Securely. So what is the meaning of securely? It means that it is that key pair is in my computer, my local system, and if someone gets access of my server by anyhow, they do not have access of the key which is in my local in my computer. So it provides a layer of security to connecting to our EC2 instance. IOPS stand for input output per second. It is related with the speed of that SSD volumes. Input output per second. Yes, I have hands-on experience, but not for a very long time. Briefly, I have experience with the company, but I am AWS certified, and I take this solution architect associate one only, so that because I am certified in that area, and I have done the related projects on that. And solution architect associate is the intermediate level. If you want to go very too much deeper, then maybe you can go with, if you have already this certification or this knowledge, then maybe you can go with the another one which having solution architect professional one for more deeper understanding and knowledge. Okay, so keep on posting your questions. I will come over here and try to answer as much question I will able to take it. And now, so we were on here. Okay, so we are ready. So number of instances 1, Amazon Linux, T3 Micro, one security group is there, and launch instance. And here one instance is running, and so it will take, it is initializing, it will check the hardware is available or not with AWS, and only then, because as of now, when I have created launch instance, it means I have sent my request to the AWS. Now AWS will check at their end that the required hardware is available with them or not. So after doing this check, when this check will get passed, then only we'll be able to interact with this machine. So this is a T3 micro machine, and this is the availability zone AP South 1B. So AP South 1 is the AP South 1 is the infrastructure, global infrastructure, and this is known as availability zone. The AWS having multiple regions and availability zones in that region. So once it will get status check will pass, then we will try to connect with this machine. Okay, and for that we will use a git bash client to connect, and I'm opening a git bash client. So now you can see 3x3 check passed, and I will select and try to connect with this machine. So here you can see there is a connect bus button, and click over here. You will get multiple ways to connect. One is the SSH client. So I'm going to use the SSH client way to connect. And so here you can see already it created me a command, connect to your instance using public DNS. And this is the command it has created for me, and I will use this command and try to connect. So what is in this command? It is having starting from SSH, the protocol, secure shell protocol, and then it is next one is the that key pair which we have created, and I have attached this key pair with this server. So that is coming here. Then username. So because this is a Amazon Linux machine, so username is EC2-user. If you will select Ubuntu machine, so for Ubuntu machine username is different. And then IP, then region, it is AP South 1, and this service is compute service amazonaws.com. And let me copy this, come to the client and paste this. And once we will paste this, so it will ask, it will confirmation, yes. And we got connected with this server, which we have just created. Okay, so this is the server which we have just created, and we got connected. And now we are good to create the things which we want on here. Okay, we can do or run the, because this is a Linux machine, so we can run the Linux command and everything over here, or we can host or install softwares, and we are, so this server is ready for us. Now we can utilize it. So any question from this one, which we have just done? What is git bash? Yes, so git bash is a SSH client, just like we use, maybe you know about the GitHub or Git. So Git is a client tool. It is open source, using which we connect with our server using those commands like SSH. So it is a SSH client. There is other clients also, client tools also, like Putty is there, and PUTTY, Putty, and SSH Git Bash is another one. No, it not it it each module each that is a good question. So there are 3 programs. Okay, I will take this first one. Okay, because I am certified in this one. Okay, this security and networking some other person will take. I will not take because I'm not certified in this security specialty and networking specialty. So, but first one I will take only the Solution Architect Associate one. So yes, different trainers will be there for different programs. 1, 2, 3, 3 programs are there. I will be available for the first one. Duration of the module, because this is a weekday classes, 1.5 hours of class or 1 hour of class. So it will go till about 1.5 months to 2 months for one of the course, because it is only 6 hours or a week, 6 hours or so in a week. So, and every course is about 40 hours, so it will take time. Yes, so if you are looking for all the 3, so it will take about 4 to 6 months. No, this demo lecture is just for only for the not the cloud security. This is cloud security is another service, like IAM is there. Just for demonstration purpose, I have shown for the EC2 instance. Okay. Is any question from this one, like how we have created EC2 instance and how we have connected and now we can exit from it? So connection is getting closed. Exit. Okay, and then what we have to do, we have to terminate that instance, because if the resource you are not using, so you can see the instance state is running, and every instance will be having an instance ID. And if I show you the further details, you can see what are the details available with this instance. It is having a public IP address, public IPv4 address, private IPv4 address, public DNS. This instance state is running. There are many states of the instance, like running, shutting down, stopped, hibernate, and all. It belongs to this VPC, virtual private cloud, that is the logical network, and this is the VPC ID. This is the subnet ID. Subnet is the firewall to this EC2 instance. And these are the other details, like other details and status and alarms, monitoring, security. So like security group is one of them. Networking is with respect to virtual private network, and availability zone is with respect to global infrastructure. So this machine has been provisioned into AP South 1B. AP South 1 is the AP South is the Mumbai region, which is in India, and in that region we have 3 availability zones: AP South 1B, AP South 1A, and AP South 1C. So as for this demonstration, I have not selected any availability zone. So AWS has chosen from their own side and they have used 1B. And now what I'm going to do, I will stop this first, this machine, and then I will terminate it. So you can see stop instance, reboot instance, or terminate or delete instance. So first you can directly terminate or delete, or you can first stop and then maybe you can, if you want that I have to use this machine later also, so maybe you can stop it and then come back again and start this machine. So it is stopping, this is the stopping state, and it will change to stopped. So now it is stopped, this machine got stopped. So if instances keep on running, so the charges will be more. It is just like the utility which we use in our homes, like a fan or air conditioner or anything. If it is running, so definitely we are going to get the electricity bill. So the good thing is that we have to stop it. Even after stop, there are other components like storage and other, because it has taking the storage of some 8 GB of memory. So that cost will be there, but the cost will be the lesser side. If it is running, the cost will be the higher side. Pricing. Okay, and then we will terminate this instance. So this is the one way to interacting. There are multiple ways to interacting with AWS portal. Like this way is known as management using management console. Another way is that using command line interface, CLI, or using terminal. And third way is using SDKs, software development kit. These are the three ways we can interact with AWS portal. This is the very user friendly, the management console. Same we can provision using our terminal, maybe command prompt, or on VS Code, we can interact with AWS. Yes, so Rituraj, that is good question. That if I created a particular machine and install some packages on it, and then I terminated that machine, will my last data will be there? So what is there? It is a concept of snapshot. In here, if we go and these volumes, here these volumes, okay, this machine is having some volumes, which we are attaching. As of now, there is no volume. So whatever machine we have created, we are attaching a root volume. Okay, suppose let me show you this again here. So here we are connecting a volume here. It is asking to configure storage here, and we can add new volume. Okay, we can add new volume here. So this we can take the snapshot of it, this volume snapshot, and this snapshot will reside in as the Elastic block store. Here you can see volume and then snapshots. So snapshot is the backup of these volumes. So if we have, before deleting, if we have snapshot of this volume, okay, so from that snapshot, it is like this. Let me draw this. So we have a volume means a root volume, so which we have attached with the EC2 instance. So from volume we have created a snapshot, that is a backup snapshot, and now we have deleted this volume. But if snapshot is there, then from snapshot we can create a volume again, and this volume we can attach to an EC2 instance. This is there. Okay? Clear? Yes, same we can do the Windows system also. So only thing is that in the Windows system we have here we have done the SSH. SSH we used to do for the Linux systems. For Windows we have to use the another protocol that is known as RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. Okay, and yes, definitely. Let me try to demonstrate briefly. Difference between in public IP versus Elastic IP. So public IP is IP which we are going to use to connect with public internet. Elastic IP is an IP which is known as static IP because there is a limitation with this public IP. And the limitation is that whenever we are doing the stopping or EC2 instance, that public IP will get changed every time. But we want that one IP should always be only single IP address should attach with my EC2 instance. In that case, we have to request Elastic IP from AWS pool of IP addresses. When we will get a Elastic IP address from AWS pool of IP addresses, then we can attach with EC2 instance. Now it will stay with me because I have reserved it for myself, for my EC2 instance. So now onwards, when I am stopping my machine or starting, my IP address will be the same one. It will not going to change. That is the difference between public IP and Elastic IP. Panchraj, I hope I answered your question. Other questions will taken care by our friend Gaurav, and rest of the question I am taking which are related with the topic which I have demonstrated. Anthar is asking, does snapshot recover all data even if the instance is deleted or removed permanently? So snapshot is the copy of your volume. So it is the replica of your volume. So suppose today I have worked and today's data I have copied in our snapshot, and then I have deleted my volume or it get crashed by any reason. The point where I have done that replication, that data will be there in that snapshot. And that is the purpose of snapshot, for backup, replication, because systems do fails. So how to recover from them? They are for the storage, it is snapshot is there.
Guys, any question related to this program? Because this is just a demo sessions or what I can say the introduction session for AWS. So this entire program gonna take almost 5 to 6 months, including a lab access, including live trainings. The way Mukesh is taking all the questions, it's always in the same way. And lab is there, recording is there, and it's live session on weekdays, Monday to Friday, 9 to 10:30 or something every day class. Any other question, guys?
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yeah, hi.
My name is Smith, and I've raised my hand since a long time. Today was supposed to. I thought today is the first day of the new batch, but as per the sessions are going on, I believe this is something which most of the people are not aware. As I've checking the chat also, so this is completely different. Like what the study plan was shared, nothing aligns over here.
No, no,
Very
today,
confused.
the first session is always that how trainer is taking a session. Now, example from Monday when we have actual classes, so we are going to start from zero. The structure, basically the AWS Solution Architect Associate, the first module which we are starting, that is from the way AWS structured this particular program. The same way we supposed to deliver.
During the admission
Yeah.